Hello everyone, my name's Helen. I'm just in the process of starting my own personal therapy service. Today's the start of Mental Health Awareness Week 2020 and this year's theme is kindness. Today I wanted to talk to you about how I think kindness fits into the counselling field. However, firstly, I want to tell you a little bit about my story and how I ended up becoming a therapist. This is in the hope of inspiring people and helping people and letting people know that it is okay to talk about things and it doesn't matter how much of a dark place you're in, there is always a way out. I've lived a life of trauma and abuse. I've been through some very, very traumatic life events, which nobody should have to endure. This started from a very young age and has gone on all the way through my life up until really 2014 when I decided to make some big changes. In 2013, me and my family suffered a couple of life events that really knocked me and took a toll on me and really affected my mental health. My mental health took a real dip and I ended up in a really, really dark place, a dark hole that I didn't know how I was going to get out of. And I decided that I needed to make some choices really. And the choices that I made were I decided to up and move my family. I was on my own with 4 children, 35 years old. And one day we just got up and we came to Scarborough. The reason I chose Scarborough was because my brother was already here. So I was quite lucky from that sense that I did have somebody to come to the place, the place that I moved. My brother's always been a big support network for me, even though me and him have a love-hate relationship. And after moving, I managed to secure us somewhere to live and got the children into school, and I decided that I needed to be kind to myself. I needed to help myself to make things better for me and my children. So I decided that education was one thing that I would do because I'd not done very well at school. I inquired and found out where they were running courses and I started to access them. I started off with functional skills and I worked myself up to the point where I did an access course and that allowed me to go on to do a degree in counselling. I finished the degree last year in April 2019. However, I could not graduate last year because I'd not quite completed my placement hours. I've now completed them and I will graduate as soon as things go back to normal from the COVID-19, which is absolutely fantastic. It was a long, hard slog, but I got there eventually and it was worth every bit of hardness and pain and suffering that I endured. But yeah, it was really worth it. Anyway, going back to 2014, I also decided that I should try and help myself and be kind to myself by working through some of the issues that I was going through. So I accessed some counselling. I think, I can't be 100% sure, I had 100, sorry, not 100, I think I had 12 sessions of counselling and that was integrative counselling. So he worked from different lots of ways. He used lots of tools and techniques to help me. For one, my counsellor was kind to me. He listened without judgment. He understood. He understood me. He could see my point of view. He understood things from where I was coming from my perspective. And I don't think anybody had ever done that for me before. He made me see things from a different light. He helped me build my self-esteem, my self-worth, my confidence. And over that period of time of having the counselling, I could see the improvement in myself and how I felt so much better about myself, and how I felt happier about relationships, about my children, my whole life and moving forward. And it inspired me. My counsellor inspired me to the point of that's where I actually decided that that's what I wanted to do. And that's the reason that I went on to uni to do the counselling course, because I was so inspired and I just thought, yeah, I can do that. I want to make a difference. He'd made such a big difference to me and to my life that I just felt like that was my calling. And the very strange thing about it is, when I went to do my placement, I actually found out, I didn't know that this previous to it, but he actually was a counsellor prior to me going there. So where I ended up doing my placement, my counsellor actually worked, which is sort of ironic, really. It made me really smile. And I did hope that maybe one day I'd see him to say thank you. But I didn't. I did pass on a message, so I do hope that he picked that message up, because I would love for him to know that, because I'm sure that would make an awful difference to him. Not difference in a good difference, make him happy to know that he'd inspired somebody to the point where they wanted to become a counsellor. So yeah, that's a little bit about my story. Since leaving uni, I felt very stuck because I didn't feel like I could move forward because I couldn't go straight into work. I tried to get a job, but there was nothing going. I applied for a few, but because of where we live, we're quite limited. We don't have sort of the towns and the cities close. So, yeah, I felt really stuck, and I needed to do something, and I needed to help people, and I wanted to do more. So I decided I'd start telling my life story. I've used social media as a platform to do that, and I've started to tell my story in chronological life events of age order, through short videos. As it stands, I think I'm up to video 12 and I'm only 20, 21 years old. I haven't managed to do any videos for quite a while because of COVID-19 and just family life, being at home all the time and not really having the space and time to do it. But it's something that I would like to carry on with. If you would like to access these videos, you can go to my profile and friend request me, Helen Speak. Hopefully they will inspire and help people. I know they already have. People have come back to me and said, Helen, and I have spoke to people, and I know that it's helped them tell their stories as well. I have got the ball rolling for my personal therapy service. I'm offering one-to-one counselling. Obviously not at the moment, but once things resume back to normal. But as the way things stand at the moment, I'm offering Zoom counselling, Skype counselling, telephone counselling. If you felt like you would like to get in contact with me and have a chat and a consultation, you can do this again through either friend requesting me, Helen Speak, or go to my Facebook page, which is Helen Speaks Safe Space Personal Therapy Service. I'm just in the process of making a website, which should be up and running soon. All my prices are on my page, and if you're on benefits, I do offer a reduced rate, or I offer block booking prices. Just contact me if that's something that you would be interested in doing. Going forward, and a tip to help increase mental health and to help you with your mental health, to lead a healthier and happier lifestyle, I believe that you have to be kind to yourself. That and that kindness begins with the inside coming out, and you've just got to believe it. Now, whether that's accessing personal therapy, whether it's changing your diet, exercising, going back into education, accessing support. There are lots of support networks out there, but maybe it's just one of these things that will help you, or maybe it's a case of you need to do more than one. I'm not sure. Everybody's different, and it's each and everybody to their own. But I'm a great believer, unless you try, you won't ever know. And sometimes you have to make that choice and take a chance to change. I did it and it worked for me. And if you let yourself, it might just work for you too. Anyway, I hope that you found this video interesting. And thank you for watching. And please come to my Facebook and have a look round and get a feel for me. And if you would like to book an appointment, yeah, please get in touch. Thank you.